Hey colleagues, it's Jen and I want to go ahead and welcome you to The Mindful Social Worker. And I want to come in and talk to you guys about how to become a Medi-cal provider, specifically in the state of California. This is also known as provider enrollment and or you're Medi-cal certified, right? First things first, I want to share with you guys to make sure you're checking out in the description below The Mindful Social Worker. We have an Etsy shop where we sell stickers and printables for social workers. Let's get right into it. So specifically, if you're going to become a provider, you're going to have, with Medi-cal, you're going to have to be a clinical social worker licensed through the BBS. So you can be a licensed clinical social worker, a licensed marriage and family therapist. You can be a licensed professional clinical counselor or a licensed educational psychologist. Okay. Those are what Medi-cal has documented as their approved clinical social workers that they will allow to enroll and build clients in the future through and with Medi-cal. So what do you need to know? All right. The application that you're going to need to submit is going to need to be submitted to the Department Healthcare Services for California, right? Next thing you need to know is you're going to have your license in good standing with BBS. If your license is suspended, temporarily revoked, you still need to do some classes. You're not going to be qualified for this. So please be in good standing with the BBS before you submit your application. Also, there is an application fee. Yes, it's not free. Okay, it is not free to go ahead and sit up for the board for Medi-cal. There is a fee, and I'll tell you guys about the fee in a little bit. Also, please know that when you do take on clients through Medi-cal, Medi-cal is always a month behind, okay? In some counties and cities with less funding, they are even up to 3 months behind in payment. So if you do accept Medi-cal, please know that you're going to be rendering services up front and being paid on the back end, okay? Also, your application can take up to 45 days to be even reviewed. Not even to get a response, but to be reviewed, right? Also, your business is going to have to be set up properly. If you're doing things independently, you still need to have things set up properly. If you're going to do a sole proprietorship or LLC, these things need to be confirmed and already solidified with the state and the county. You're going to need an EIN number if you're not going to use your social security number. Remember, EINs are free. Do not let anyone tell you you need to pay for an EIN. An EIN is free, and I'll leave the link in the description below. Also, even if you are just a one-man band, a one-show person, a one-employed person as a social worker, you're still going to need insurance when you're dealing with Medi-cal, and you're going to also need workers' comp when you deal with Medi-cal, right? So let's jump over to the Medi-cal provider page, and again, I'm going to leave these links in the description below. So the first things first, we're here at medical.ca.gov, and I'm actually here under Medi-cal providers, right? So I'm going to click provider enrollment, and it is actually going to take us to where it shows application information by provider, and I'm going to click application information by provider. Now we are considered social workers, so if you are a clinical social worker, you're going to go ahead and click clinical social worker. And it tells you here what I told you guys already. Prior to applying for Medi-cal, you need to check with the BBS to make sure that you meet all licensing requirements. So you have your license and you are in good standing. Okay. The next thing you're going to, they have their own system in here. It's called the Pave System. And you're going to upload your clinical license, right? You're going to also upload your driver's license and or state license. Like I shared with you guys earlier, they want you to have a either an EIN or if you want to use your social security number. Also, if you have your business set up a certain way, if you have any license, any tax certificates, any permits, you have to provide this to dhcs. Okay. You also, if you're using a fictitious name and you're not your social work practice is not named after you, then you're going to have to make sure you have that documented that you have a fictitious business name. Also, if you're in partnership with your business, so if you're not just you, right? If you're in partnership with anybody else, you guys have to sign a partnership agreement that you need to provide to the DHCS. Then you're going to need insurance. They want you to have either commercial, if you're going to have a building. But I know right now, if you're listening to this during what we're currently involved in, 2020 and beyond, in 21, 22, 23, 24, we know that the big thing right now is telehealth. So you might not need to have the commercial license if you're not actually seeing clients in a building, but you may still need to have license. You need to have your professional liability license, right? And it actually shows you here everything that you need. Again, I'm going to leave this link in the description below. And here it shows you that you're going to need to have a workers' comp. And it even says here, even if you're just one person in business, you still need to have workers' comp insurance. Also, you need to, if you are having a business and it's a brick and mortar, somewhere a client actually has to come into, you definitely want to go ahead and sign a lease agreement. Then they have the successor liability with joint and several liability agreement. This is where you and your client, you guys are going to sign where it says that the client is responsible for payment. However, the plan is to get the monies from Medi-cal, right? Do not render any services until you are approved by Medi-cal, if that's what you choose to do, okay? So this is pretty much where you do the complete licensing. So you guys, that is pretty much it. That's how you become a provider. Again, the application is submitted through DHCS. You need to be in good standing with the BBS. Oh, wait, before I leave, wait a minute. The main thing we wanted to know about, you guys, is the fee. I thought I had the fee here. No. Okay. I wanted to show you the fee because there's a provider fee, and it is actually, if you're seeing this in 2021, there is a new fee, and the fee is, I want to say $631 if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Medi-cal application fee, you guys. And Medi-cal application fee. No, this one isn't it. It's taking me back to the provider enrollment page because I wanted you guys to see it. I just didn't want to say, hey, this is what the fee is. I wanted to actually show you guys what the fee was so that we can all be on the same page and you're aware that this is what the fee is. Okay, here it is, you guys. So the application fee is, you guys see it for the year of 2022. The application fee is $631 at this moment. Previously, it was $599. So just be aware that if you are going to be applying to be a Medi-cal provider, you will also be responsible for the application fee for 2022. Okay? So you guys, I hope this was helpful, and I will be talking to you guys later. Bye, you guys.